Sean, it's good to see you. How are you doing?
Doing great. It's great to see you again, my friend. Yep.
Yeah, good to be here. So we've got Sean. He's the Chief Sales Officer for West Hollywood Travel and Tourism Board, and we're sat together here in London. Welcome.
I know. So happy to be here. I wish everyone can see the view that I have looking past you here, but it's just spectacular to be here in London.
We've got the London skyline behind us. Sean's been on the ground for less than 12 hours. Life's good.
Yep.
So thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So Sean, you've been on the circuit, tourism circuit for a while, and I only know that because any room you walk into, everyone seems to know who you are. So how did you get here? What's your background in tourism?
Really tourism's in my DNA. My mom's been in the hotel hospitality industry, so I grew up in and around that.
Yeah.
Right. So out of university, I had an internship in sales in hotels. And then that really accelerated my career to become a sales manager, right? So I was working with Marriott at the time, and then I had the fortunate opportunity to go work for the Disneyland Resort in Anaheim.
Nice.
So very cool,
Okay.
very exciting brand and company.
Yeah.
And then from there, I kind of went into larger convention hotels with Hyatt Hotels and Resorts, and then transitioned into convention centers and convention and visitor bureaus as director of sales and marketing, and then had the opportunity to become executive director in Dana Point, and then I just hit my 7 years in West Hollywood now.
Oh, so congratulations!
Thank you. So it's just a great career progression. I'm very thankful, and don't forget where I ever came from.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I guess so to start off in hotels and those sales roles, and then move through to the kind of role you have now, working for a destination. There must be something gripping you and attaching you to this industry to give it so much. What is that? Great
Question. For me, it's really that relationship. It really connects everybody. I remember people from 20 years ago that I still connect with, to today. You can walk in a room like you talked about and just remember each other, right? And this time and that time. So I think hospitality, travel, it really brings everyone together. It's a great connector and kind of as a thread across the playing field.
Yeah, I hear you. So you've had an amazing journey. What I'm interested to know is there some kind of transformative sort of point or a point in your career where the trajectory changed, which allowed you to unlock these new opportunities? Because, there's a lot of people out there in our industry working really, really hard, looking for those opportunities. What would you put that down to in your success?
For me, it's just always, willing to do the work, right? Don't ever forget where you came from filing the file and the papers to answering the phones to working the long hours or, volunteering over the weekends and the nights. And that really sets a good foundation for the work ethic, right? And then I think, having mentors, I think in the hospitality, whether it be your boss or previous bosses or directors or peers, I think really kind of sets you up and then back to that relational aspect, right? That really kind of sets up things and, doors open because of that, right? And I think, they see the work and then they also put their name and a value for you out there. In order to see what's next.
You have a champion in the industry.
Exactly.
I mean, I can certainly attest to your work ethic. I think there's never been a point where I've sent you a WhatsApp or an email. Bear in mind, we're on different time zones and I get a ping back straight away. So I can see that.
Only for the important people, right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you say that. No, that's really interesting. And you mentioned mentoring and the importance of that. Is that something that you've adopted with your team? Is it a passion of yours to sort of upskill other members in the industry?
100%, right? I think, over my career, I've helped people get, positions even outside the industry because they had passion for human resources or travel themselves or, recommending them for a role or something like that, right? So I think, I use LinkedIn a lot, funny enough, and I get, hey, remember 10 years ago we met at this function or this, I see you're connected with somebody else, is that somebody you can connect with? So I always like to have that open line of communication, right? And just, again, helping people where you can and equally with our team, right? I think, we are, we have a great, mighty company, a great, mighty team, especially with our leader, Tom. And, it's really carried through. So we really support each other and kind of uplift each other for, next opportunities or roles within the organization.
You have a great team, honestly. I think you can see the dynamic. You mentioned Tom, but also Dennis, who you work with very closely. I mean, you can tell that the atmosphere is great in your office, and that comes through to the end client, to us as partners. So West Hollywood, we're talking about luxury tourism. Let's get into that. You've got amazing products, but outside of the product, what is it? What's the true essence of West Hollywood that makes it compelling to luxury travelers?
That's a great question, right? So for us, our DNA is luxury, creativity, diversity, right?
Yeah.
We're in the heart of Los Angeles. So we're a city. We're 1.9 square miles or 4 square kilometers, right? So we have our own city government. We have a mayor and city council and our own staff, right? We have 20 hotels that fit within that, right? So, all unique.
Yeah.
But also, lots of history and DNA, from the Sunset Strip with the iconic music venues, right, to Santa Monica Boulevard, really known for its LGBT community, but really has grown into such diverse shops and restaurants. And the Design District is really known for its boutique design, shopping, art galleries, right? And all this can be found just in West Hollywood. And there's something for everybody, but also geographically, we're in the middle of everything. So you can get to our colleagues at Beverly Hills, Santa Monica, downtown Los Angeles, Universal Studios Hollywood, even Orange County for that matter, right? So really, once you're in West Hollywood, sky's the limit.
And is it walkable? Can you stay in West Hollywood and just walk to anywhere you want to visit, or what's the deal with that?
Yep. So we're the number one walkable city by walkscore.com, right? So
glad I asked.
In California. Yeah. So, it's very easy to get around, but also we have shuttles throughout the city that, can get you to certain points, at certain times. But also, rideshare, so Uber, Lyft is really something that we recommend. So that way it's just easy to get in, get out. Parking can be challenging sometimes, right, in an urban city. But, if you're walking or doing rideshare, it makes it very convenient for our visitors to West Hollywood.
I'm assuming you're flying to LAX. Like, what's the hookup like from LAX to West Hollywood? What are we talking about in terms of transfers?
Yeah, so in terms of transfers, LAX is the main hub, right? But we also have Burbank as well, both equally distant airports. So that's a more regional airport. But we're talking, realistically about 45 minutes, right? You don't have to take a freeway from LAX. You can take, Los Cienega straight up to West Hollywood. So, makes that very convenient. It just depends on the time of the day, as far as LA goes, traffic. But you can always get to West Hollywood in a reasonable amount of time.
Okay, gotcha. So what's your favorite? How do you pass your time in West Hollywood? If you had a day, how would you spend it?
Honestly, food hopping, right? Restaurant, people like bar hopping, but for me, we have such great restaurants and they're all boutique and one of a kind, right? That you can only get in West Hollywood. But we really shine even, in the evening. So, start off at the rooftop at one of the hotels or one of the rooftop restaurants, right? And have a drink at the bar and then go down to a restaurant, walk to the restaurant, right? Whatever that is, right? Sushi, steak, Italian, you name it, right? And then from there, the night doesn't end, right? So you can go to another establishment for dessert and or a after cocktail as well, and keep the night going. If you want to dance, you can do that. If you want to go back and just kind of chill and hang out on the rooftop again, you can. So for me, I just like the progressive experiences that you can go to in one night in West Hollywood or one day, all by walking or very convenient nearby everything.
I mean, I want to spend the day in West Hollywood with you. That sounds great.
Yeah, look forward to it. Exactly.
Yeah, I've seen Whiskey A Go Go is a famous bar, right?
Yes.
And I think it's where Oasis played their first US gig. It's got quite a coloured history.
Yes,
so that's on my list.
Yeah, we have a lot of great venues. So the Troubadour is where Elton John got his first U.S. start in the U.S. right, and then we have the iconic Viper Room, the Rainbow Room. So really, establishments that have been there, and thankfully that stayed through COVID and everything. So we're so happy to have them still within our city.
Great. So we've had the pleasure as connections to visit you in the past. We had the California Luxury Forum, which was an amazing event. It blew my mind as to the experiences and the way that your community came together to create that for us. But we're fortunate to be launching Connections Luxury Americas. It's the first time Connections takes a community event to the US, and you're going to be our host partners for that. So we're excited. That's in November. Could we tell the listeners who might be joining or wish to join what they might be able to expect?
Yeah, first and foremost, we're honored to have the inaugural event in West Hollywood. I think it's the perfect backdrop, right? And kind of playing off that entertainment feel, West Hollywood is going to be that perfect backdrop for the event, right? Our rooftops are one of a kind. Our views are 180 degrees downtown or the Hollywood Hills behind us, right? And you really feel that kind of closeness when you're in the city, right? So again, we talked about walkability, right? I think the visitors and the buyers and even the suppliers are going to get that feeling that you can only get in West Hollywood, right? Because I think LA in general, it feels big and spread out, and you don't have that walkability, right, or that closeness that you can just kind of walk around and figure figure things out where you want to go. But, I think we have some great things in store, great partnerships with Visit California that, introduced us to you, right? So I think, the state and then our city is really going to roll out the red carpet for you and the visitors and really showcase what West Hollywood is all about.
Great. I can't wait. It's not long. So, okay, I want to talk about the future very briefly, and I think we should really pin that on the Olympics, right? 2028. So how's West Hollywood going to benefit from that? How are you getting involved in the games?
Yeah, we're excited, right? So the last Olympics that were in Los Angeles was in 1984. So in 2028, it's going to be our 44-year, I guess, anniversary of it coming to Los Angeles, right? We recently, our mayor and our city officials were just at the Paris Olympics celebrating Pride House. So it's really a venue for LGBT athletes and fans and everyone, really just welcoming anybody who wants to participate and kind of join and hang out and have a safe place, right? That is, they passed the torch, iconically to our mayor, and we're going to have that in 2028 Pride House in West Hollywood.
It's very cool.
So, we're gearing up for that and more to come. But our hotels are very anxious and excited to be a part of LA 28 as well. Again, we're in that central location, right? So a lot of the sports entertainment venues from SoFi Stadium, Intuit Dome, which is brand new, Crypto Arena, the LA Football Club, it's all within a short proximity to West Hollywood. And the great thing about our nightlife, right? So you go to the games and you come back and you can kind of enjoy the walkability, the nightlife, and all those things that come with that, right? So, and then the cross section of luxury and the playfulness of West Hollywood, I think, is going to blend well for travelers and visitors that are coming for the Olympics.
Awesome. So you're anticipating that people are going to stay with you, they're going to head into LA for some of the events, but it's going to be a nice sort of party vibe to complement people's experience at the Olympics, right?
100%, yeah.
So Sean, thank you very much. It's so exciting. If I wasn't already excited about bringing our event back to you in West Hollywood, I really am excited now. So we're excited to see how you develop at the Olympics. We look forward to our event, and I thank you for joining us here in London. If any of our listeners want to find out more about West Hollywood, where should they head?
Definitely go to our website, visit westhollywood.com. We're a great Instagram city, so I definitely encourage you to go to our Instagram or Facebook. We have a great YouTube channel, right? Our marketing team does a great job putting some well put together videos that really encompass West Hollywood, our pillars from wellness, culinary, nightlife, shopping, you name it. So everything you need to show your clients or you want to see yourself, definitely go to our social media and website.
Great stuff. Thanks for joining us, Sean. Have a good day here in London.
Thank you. Good to see you.